More editing off the top. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legion Recap. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I'll call it the Legion Recap
Race
show.
3.
In today's episode, or episodes, because we'll be doing the Week 3 in the Legion League, BB Raceway, and Group 4, or Group 3 road cars.
Group 3 road cars, yeah.
I am joined with 3 diversity hires for Legion League. Joining us all the way from Kazakhstan, PN Motorsports 66. See him featured on the channel quite often. He's my auto host. Say hello to the people, Philip.
Good evening.
Also an occasional host on the channel, Nasfire.
Yeah, token white boy.
Wasn't going to say that. And also our resident from across the border, the Canadian, Regera, is with us here this evening, and we will be your commentating stream, commentators on Week 3 in the league. And I just realized I didn't let the Canadians say hello. Say hello, Regera. Okay, that sounded more German, but we're not going to talk about that because that's a whole nother can of worms. Moving right along.
Hey, he don't sound too Canadian, eh?
This is the kind of thing I was warning you about. Anyway, this week is Week 3. If you caught Week 2, you will have noticed, or I would have told you, that at the top of the championship, Regera and Novak were tied at 94 points apiece. Week 3 was a big difference. A BB Raceway, high bank, kind of a Roval type thing. All the cars running really close together. Anything could happen, and you'll see that it did happen here as we start race number 1. And we have Matt on the pole for race number 1. I don't like variable camera, but here we go. It's meant to be a rolling start, bit of a different thing for the Legion League, but you do that on ovals and rovals, but they were pretty much nose to tail when they got into turn 1. Turn 1 not too terrible for lap 1. All these drivers in the meeting have been cautioned that they need to calm their driving down. They need to drive more intelligently, for lack of a better term, and you'll probably be seeing a little more respect given this evening. Matt leads lap 1, and he's
Pulling away here.
yeah, he sure is.
He did at the beginning. He did. I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was like lap 3 or 4 before the rest of us coming in.
I mean, as you can clearly see, they're fighting for second place here. You got Shotgun in second, with Wheelman trying to get by him, almost desperately. Wheelman juking and jiving in his kawaii as fuck car, as I refer to it as. Kawaii means cute, by the way, folks. Kawaii in Japanese means cute. Oh, but there goes Shotgun right there, right by them. Shotgun, interesting to know. Interesting to know. Shotgun didn't have a car about a 20-ish, about 5 hours actually before the race. Shotty didn't even have a car, and now he's out there trying to lead lap number 3. But he won't do it, I don't think. No, Wheelman drove Hatsune Miku up to the front. Oh, and a little touch and more touching. One spinner, and they're green.
Mr. Matt Sly in chat said that Mike guy is quick. I bet he was in the best car all night. Yes, he was.
Some would argue differently, meaning the other 7 cars in the field. Wheelman out front right now, though, as Matt was the unfortunate recipient of that boot into turn 1. As Wheelman continues to lead, Shotgun second, Nass up to 3rd place. Who let that man on the podium? Ovac, nobody cares about. UB Snipes in front of a gaggle here, as Spacin, Regera, and Matt are off hanging out sort of near the back, but certainly Matt didn't want to be hanging out near the back. He kind of got put there. Interesting design.
Comments. I'm missing the comments here.
Interesting. Interesting paint job on Matt's car. I never got to see it because it wasn't in front.
He made it a point to bring it up to me, and there's a reason why. His future ex-wife and my future ex-wife are both on that car.
Oh, that's right. There you go. It's got what is that? Is that the car with Tay Swift on it?
No.
Avril
No.
Lavigne.
God, no.
Excuse me.
There you
Excuse
go.
me.
There you
Avril
go.
Lavigne. That's my bad. You're not missing anything up front. Wheelman still leading this race, but this is where it is.
The field is bunched up.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that all night, Phil. I think you're going to see the field bunched up. Kind of sunsetty here at Booby Raceway, race number 1. To move up.
And for as quick as we were going, because this is. I'm sorry, Ryan. I know. What I was going to say is this is, if I remember correctly, it's a one-mile track. And
It's a bull ring, that's for certain.
yeah, and for the speeds we were going, because we weren't just letting the grass grow.
No, you're hitting,
To me,
you're hitting
this
about
was
170 into the
the
corner. Big accident there. Shut
this
into
was the tightest racetrack, other than, of course, Nürburgring. But for the speeds we were going, this was tight.
Well, Shotty went all the way to the back, but NASA's went all the way to the front here on lap 9, and I don't think anybody will get back to him in time here. All but Wheelman's trying, and now Ovak's trying, but Nas with that lap lead there as they split them 3 wide going into turn 1. Ovak high, Wheelman high. I mean, Ovak low. I don't know my left from my right or my ups and my downs. It's like a Dr. Seuss book every time I'm around, but Wheelman eventually sorts it out.
I remember what I was thinking on that lap when we went 3 wide going into that turn. I thought, yeah, I'm going to nope right out of this.
Meanwhile, at the back,
Probably a smart
it's
decision.
me. Buying my time.
Again, there are 9 cars in this race, one of the bigger races in the season so far. Shotty once again into the wall. It would appear to me as if Reguera's taken some sort of responsibility for that, because he's also slowing down where he was. He's slowing down kind of with him. Wheelman out front here for a long period of time. I wouldn't have guessed in the race that one car would be out front quite so much here. You certainly have a mix of strategy here. Shotgun seems to be going for it. Reguera's not really going for it, which is interesting for a man that is tied in the points. Ovak's being a little aggressive here as well. Here's the interesting thing. Oh my God, Ovak every which way but going the right way. He's sideways there. Here's the thing about, he told me in pre-race, which means I told myself in pre-race, I was not going to go for it, but I mean, you're sideways off of the final turn, so you're probably going for it at that point. As here comes Spacing up through. He is the league's most popular driver, and that's not necessary. Anyway, he takes the lead with his Subaru, and he gets him. Spacing gets over at the line there. Spacing, your new leader, out front. Kind of quietening down a little bit. Here comes Matt. Matt's on the charge. He's coming back through the field a little bit here. I think Reguera's pitted at this point. No. I think...
no, Yubi is pitted.
Yeah, I think Yubi's pitted here. We haven't talked much about Yubi, but he's been in the middle of this the entire time. During this race, you may wonder why he's driving a Star-Spangled Corvette, other than the fact, if you have a Corvette, why wouldn't you? Star-Spangled Corvette, of course, is because the Olympics were going on during this race. and we had
Winter
won
Olympics.
we had won a. That's correct, Phil. The Winter Olympics, and we had won a gold medal in something, women's hockey, I believe. And
I'm not King of Britain.
he celebrated by creating that Star Spangled livery on that Corvette. Now,
I thought
Ovac's
he created that because I thought he created it because of that snowboarder.
He could have been. Could have been. Ovac in pit road here as well, in that monstrosity that he created.
In the Alpha, in the Mini Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari, really. And up front, as we switch back, it is a land rush for the lead here. As Wheelman, who's been out front so often here, is still out front, but he's got serious competition now with Matt right behind him. I don't think Matt's going to want to hang out right behind him. And you see Matt going low here and out into turn one. Matt thinks the better of it, lets Will go around the outside. Will, like a trailer park girl, hits the wall around the outside, but it's not enough. And that Mustang keeps pulling. What a choice of a car here. He could pick anything, but he picked a car for America and put Japanese girls on it. Odd choice. Here comes Matt again, going to the inside. Does he pull off the pass here? Side by side into one. Wheelman back on the wall a little bit. Matt gave him room. It slowed Matt down, and look who's back in front. The favorite Legion driver, Spacing out front with his four-ways on. Fun fact about Spacing, he turns them on every race, guys, and doesn't know how to turn them back off again. As shotguns into pit road.
Yeah, that Spacing is not really all there. You don't really know what day of the week it is.
Well, he knows what day Sunday is because it's the day that he kicks our asses up until the final lap. Spacing up front, right behind him is Matt, who I can't
shotgun in the pits currently.
Who really wants to get back out front and does kind of. Spacing going wide in the final turn.
Very wide.
He's going to hang on to it. He's going to keep Matt back there for right now.
Wheelman to pit road.
Wheelman to pit road. We'll check in on that. We'll look at Jesus Christ. We'll look at that car. Anyone know what tire he's running this week? Spacing's into pit road as well. As Matt retakes the lead on the track. He's nearly lapped, well, he has lapped somebody at this point. No, he's not. He's nearly lapped Shoddy at this point. Shotgun the last car on the track. Again, there were very specific rules about how you could merge on the track in this race. I don't know who just came out of pit road. It was Wheel. He went the long way around, which is an option you have. You don't have to, as long as you don't cross any double yellow lines, but he does, and Nass is in pit road. Since we have you here, Nass, what changes were you making on this pit stop?
Tires.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Did you consider any other changes on that Pepsi C7?
No. I mean, there weren't really a lot of changes you could make. I think if I remember correctly, I went with mediums here.
You want to tell us what those two circles on the front of your car are?
They're the Dead Orbit logo from the faction in Destiny, and I put them on the front of the car because the week before I told Wheel that I'd put a Dead Orbit logo on there. So I doubled up and made them kind of look like eyeballs.
Matt and PN Motorsport in pit road. I think Matt surrendered the lead to do that, and that's going to be interesting because that's going to give Reguera, as far as I know, his first lead of the race as Nass is unlapping himself. We have several cars that have been lapped at this point through the pit stops. I don't think Reguera's pitted yet. 24 laps into the race, and he is the leader. Ovac's second, UB Snipe third, who UB was the first one to pit, and that's promoted him all the way up to the third position at this time. some cars using that long way around as a precaution. I got to tell you, I appreciate that. Being Motorsport right there, you saw went the long way around. He didn't feel comfortable merging. That was something that was covered in the drivers' meeting, and you're seeing every driver execute that brilliantly to this point.
Well,
Kind of.
I didn't. I came out short because.
I mean,
Well, when you hit the end of pit road and you get your track map back, and you can see where they are, and no one's around you, that's when I just go ahead and kick in.
oh, sure.
There was
And
one.
now
There was
Reguera's in the
one.
pit.
There was one incident, and I believe it's in race 3, where Matt and I both kind of just took the short way off the pit road, and Wheel came up a lot faster than I thought he was.
Ovac to the point with Reguera in pit road. Reguera's going to get for Mr. Feelgoods. A lot of Corvettes in this race.
Four?
You are allowed to, now look at this. This is co-opetition if I've ever seen it. Ovac hitting the brakes on the straightaway, letting UB snipe by. Ovac led his first lap in the entire race just now. And now Ovac hitting the brakes there a little bit. That's interesting. And Wheelman nearly crashes the 57, but doesn't.
I like what Wheel said. He's obviously watching this. He said, "Ain't nobody got time for the wrong thing."
Of course, again, the pit road was laid out, in which you could use both. You could come out short or long. It was at your discretion. And I saw a good mix of both there. I thought that was brilliantly judged by most. Oh my goodness, shotgun hard into the wall again, just a little too much speed there.
One could say he's pushing hard.
Yeah, I think he did. That's as mentioned at the top of the race. As a reminder, even though we're at Oval, this is still timed races, 30-minute races in the Legion League. You get 3 per week, and we are halfway through race number 1 of week 3. We came in with a tie at the top of the points. Wheelman, or excuse me, not Wheelman, Ovac and Reguera were tied at the top of the points. Shoddy, it's worth mentioning, he's using a gamepad controller, which is weird for him, considering he had done nothing but race with wheels for years and years, like 10, 12 years. So, racing with a gamepad, something he's had to get used to, and I think we forget that some of the time that he hasn't raced with a gamepad in a decade. So he's getting used to that, and he's coming up a little too wide in some of these corners as Matt wants to get around him now. So guys, tell me, where's your patience level at right now in this race? You were there, so where's your patience level at halfway through race number 1?
I think I was starting to fall asleep.
All right, that's one interesting way to put it. For anybody that doesn't have narcolepsy.
My level right on this part was, I was kind of happy where I was because I had the cars in front of me and I could see them. And I knew there were a few cars behind me, but I didn't want to be too close to the cars in front of me in case something happened. But as you probably just saw, there was an opportunity where spacing went a little wide, and I went right up there with it because, well, it's spacing.
Reguera, any comment? I think you're, of course, I think you're talking about race 2. Of course, this is race 1. interesting to see as we're watching a gaggle of cars. Every time I expect them to crash, and they just don't.
We're 33 laps into this race, by my view. We're 33 laps in the race, and you could still throw a blanket over all the cars.
And that's
That's
what
how
we strive
tight
for.
this pack was.
Oh, a little touchy touch there. Oh, and that's going to be a caution. I believe that's going to be the first caution here. We'll go back and take a look at that, as I'm pretty sure caution's out and is. Pit road's going to be closed. So we're going to go back and take a look at that. We'll see
Team
exactly
Fifth Faction to hit each other
Yeah,
there.
see
yeah,
what
Team Fifth
happens
Faction took each
here.
other out.
Reguera is kind of under Nass here. Nass comes down, a little bit of a touch there. Nass is spinning. Team Fifth Faction trying to help each other and hard to the wall, and that's going to bring out the first caution there. Pretty mild for caution, all said. You'll see the four ways are going to be on here, and we'll speed up till pit stop time. All right, Wheelman, your leader. 19 minutes gone as Wheelman fakes down pit road and stays out. He will stay out. He is the only car on the track that stayed out. Wheelman is. Yeah, you know what I think it's time for, gentlemen? A pitting montage.
It's a montage. Got ourselves a montage. Montage.
A lot of fuel being delivered here. Wow, look at this gaggle of cars coming off of pit road here. They're just all knotted up. Matt wins the race off pit road. I don't recall if he was running second before or not, but either way, he won the race off pit road. Wheelman is the leader. He's slowing down so they can go back green here. They're going to form up. And I think they're going to try and go green here unless they waved off the start. It appears as if they have waved off the start. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah, we did. I believe we did.
Yep, just got in line too late, right? So they're going to wave that off. So here we go, one lap later. Get ready to go back green. Wheelman the leader and Wheelman to pit road. And that's going to give the field to UB Sniped, who moves up on the inside row. Matt on the outside row. UB the leader here, I believe.
No,
Or maybe Matt. Yep, Matt was the leader, and Matt takes off. And will they all get single file? They won't. UB saves it on the apron there, and it looks like nothing's happened. They're still 2 by 2 there after the first couple of positions. Spacin still driving around with his four ways on for some reason.
Let's spice him.
Turns them on every race and can't turn it off. So anyway, Matt out front, but you won't say it's by a lot as they're 3 wide for the lead down in turn 1. Who's going to get put into the wall? Nobody got put into the wall. Matt, the only winner of that situation was Matt, who took the high lane and got out of Dodge. Of course, he's driving an Alpha, so, Fiat.
Yeah.
Moving right along, Reguera in second place. He spent so much time, with 8 minutes to go in this race, he spent so much time in the back of this field, and now he's up there pressuring for the lead. That just shows you heard him earlier say this was a strategy that he was using in a punt there from Spacin. Spacin punts Reguera. It doesn't really mess Reguera up too much, but Spacin went from 3rd to 7th just there, I believe, is what happened. Top 2 breakaway now. Shotgun leading the 3rd place pack. It's a fight for 3rd and a fight for 1st. As Reguera goes low and comes up just a little bit, and Reguera's got the lead. Not his first lead of the race, but it may be more important here. Here comes Shoddy, who's throwing it down into the corner. Nothing doing there. So at this point, Ruggiero, you want to run away and win this race, right? That's what you're trying to do here. Satellite phone's a little choppy. I believe I heard him say, yes, because I'm better than all of you scrubs. Ruggiera's still the leader. Matt second. Shotgun up to third now. Squabbling in the back of the pack. We would go through the field and show you more of the field, but right now, the race for the lead is just too hot.
Too hot.
No, so the race for the lead is too hot, but you want to show everybody in the field. There you go, right there. I mean, everybody in the field, one camera shot.
Right, you are, Nass. I can show you. He's absolutely right. He's showing you the entire field in one shot. Wheelman all the way back to 9th now. I don't know if that's by design or something that happened, but he's all the way back to 9th for a car that ran so strong in the race. You would assume something has happened, or he's changed his mind about his position. Now, of course, we know he pitted, actually, now that I remember. He pitted, and it might just be him catching up to this point. As Matt has, of course, a lap ago. It just clicks off so quick here. Matt, a lap ago, retook the lead from Ruggiero. Matt back out front, running really strong here. Your top three, still Matt, Ruggiero, and Shotgun. As Ovac goes to pit road. Ovac's in pit road here. That's interesting. He's the first car to come back down. There's 5 minutes left in the race. Will anybody else do this? This is do or die. 5 minutes to go. Is that enough time to catch back up? Ovac back in pit road. Matt still leading. The battle for the lead has calmed down, but it's all for third place here. As Wheelman's all the way back up, challenging Nass for third place. Until that right there, Wheelman's back in pit road, and so is UB Snipe. That leaves Nass in third place, kind of by himself. Shoddy settled back into fourth place. Spacin, the only car not in pit road. The last car not in pit road, I should say, in fifth position. As Ruggiero retakes the lead. Here we go. We're watching Wheelman in pit road, and we see UB in pit road, and here's PN Motorsport in pit road. As Ovac cycles back to sixth place. Oh, and here we go again. Here we go again. Up front. Spacin's in pit road. Man, it's a long way down pit road. Spacin's in pit road. Matt's in pit road. Ruggiero's in pit road. And Nass as well. The only car not to pit at this point is... Wow, those cars look incredibly similar, actually. The cars of Nass and Ruggiero. I didn't realize I was switching. So here's all these cars that have pitted now. Shotgun, the only car that hasn't pitted. Showing you a blank track. Now, Shotgun's in pit road. Was that too late with 4.5 or 3.5 minutes to go? Is that too late? Here comes the field back around. Matt retakes the lead. Cycle of pit stops. Everybody's been in. Every single car. Shoddy was the last one. And he's going to get lapped. No, he's not going to get lapped. Excuse me. He's getting put to the back of the pack here. The race for the lead with 3 minutes to go. Top 5 cars here in the same corner. You got UB Snipe and PN Motorsport, who are just off this lead pack, if you will. And here you go, Shotgun, who is in last place currently, the last one to pit. We'll have to pay attention to him to see if that pays off. But for right now, we're going to go back to the front. We're going to bring you this. Your heart's pounding, right, everybody, at this point? Because you know the wind's on at this point. Your heart's pounding. High pressure situation here. As Matt leads the race. Wheelman second, Ruggiero third. Almost everybody's back together. Nearly the top 8 under a blanket. Shotgun making up time. Oh my goodness. A big tofu drift from Wheelman there, who gathers it up and doesn't lose a spot because of it. A little bit of gap there between the top three. Ovac leading the next pack. Wheelman, the tactician driver of the Legion League. He's the setup magician, and he does things with cars that shouldn't be possible sometimes. A little bit of help from McGarry there to get into the corner, but has to take the low line because Matt's on the outside. A couple more wiggles on the corner exit, but nothing becomes of it. And here comes Ovac. Ovac, that is bottled up McGarry just enough that Ovac's through. Ovac into third place. Just a handful of laps here to go. We're clicking them off at, what is that, 29, 30 seconds apiece. So we've got 2 or 3 laps to go at this point. Vergara trying low on O. Doesn't necessarily work. Here comes Ovac, who's thinking about making a pass on the wheelie man. He gets the pass made on the waifu car. 2 alphas at the front of this grid. We haven't seen this all race. Oh, Wheelman fights back, takes the inside. Wheelman driving all the way to the anime convention here. Nope, still side by side. They're 3 wide for second place. Matt must be loving this right now. They're 3 wide for second place. Oh, a little touch there. A little touch there, and Vergara's going to the back. Vergara's going to the back here. Vergara's has his turn signal on. He's going to the back. He's made his mind up. Such light contact, that seems to be a really drastic move, Vergara. You're a moron. Going back to the front. Going back to the front. I mean, it wasn't great, but it also, I mean, realistically, compared to some of the shunts that we see in the Legion League, it wasn't that bad. But anyway, your front 3 now that Vergara has relegated himself to the back is Matt. And oh no, Matt's lost it. He's going high. Matt has went high, and that's going to give the win to the wheelie man. Deep Space Waifu has beat Avril Lavigne. I can't even say her name. That's absolutely incredible. The replay ends. Wow, absolutely incredible. Wheelman wins over Ovac. Matt to third after running an incredible race. Matt's going to end up with third because of that last little wiggle on the final corner. Yubi finished fourth. Space in fifth. Vergara sixth. Nass seventh. PN Motorsport eighth. And Shotgun, who did not have time to come back, would finish ninth in that race. That is unfortunate.
Matt, I can imagine, Matt. I can imagine. It still hurts to watch.
That is incredible, and I don't blame you one bit. That's just unfortunate to happen. I mean, wow, that's a finish though, and that's the kind of finish you get in the Legion League. You just never know, and that, folks, is why you don't ever give up, because you just don't know. One little wiggle, and wow. So that was race 1. We're going to roll right into race number 2. Race number 2 saw you be sniped on the pole. So
Car changed colour.
it sure did. He brought several cars, something you can't do.
He brought the gold car.
Gentlemen,
to
thoughts
celebrate
on
the gold.
You're absolutely right, Nass. He did. I forgot all about that. I forgot that's what he was doing. Anyway, final thought on race 1, everybody.
Not as much as me.
In that particular race, you'll get no argument from me. Vergara, Phil, do not be so mean to yourself. Nass, got a Jerry Springer moment for us? Final thought?
I think it's later on in this race, actually.
Oh, he's talking about a physical Jerry Springer moment. So
yeah, I believe the Jerry Springer moment of the race is later on in this race.
How angry are you after race 1 at this point as a driver?
I'm not really angry. I'm disappointed. I had a good car. Obviously, I was up towards the front a few times, but I didn't finish where I thought I had a better car than where I finished. Is basically what it was, and sometimes cards just don't work out that way, and you gotta take race 1, sweep it under the rug, and go to race 2. Because if you're worried about what happened in race 1, you're not going to do very well in race 2.
Well, let's see. Right you are, and let's see what happens here in race 2. We got UB sniped on the pole. Regera has switched cars as well. No longer in the Corvette. He's in the Altenza, which is the brightest shade of whatever the hell that is I've ever seen. Turn 1, Regera pressuring UB hard. Can't get it done. So hard to make a pass in turn 1. UB sniped with the giant wiggle. A touch there from Regera. No harm, no foul as Shotgun, who pitted 1 lap too late in that first race, trying to get back to the front as well, but who will it be out front at the end of lap 1? It looks like it's going to be UB sniped. Wheelman again loose off the corner. I think side potted Ovac there a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Oh, speaking of a little crazy, here comes the Wheelman on the inside. A little bit of a Tokyo drift. I wonder if you know how it is in Tokyo. And looks like he's going to make the pass, though, somehow. But you can never be too sure here. No, he's still working over people. Regera out front. UB second. UB all over the place, but holding on to second for the time being. Ovac, who was 5th a second ago, is now fighting for second somehow. They're 3 wide into 1. Get the caution flag ready. And somehow the caution happens way behind them. We're going to have to figure that one out. Are they going to throw the caution for that? Yes, they are. Caution is out for a spin involving the 66 car of PN Motorsport. Sponsored by Peak Performance.
And who did he bounce off
Performance
of?
Reviews.
He bounced off of his teammate. Go figure.
Yeah, imagine that. That's the thing about having. Oh my good. What? I think that's going to warrant a Taco Bell Impact replay here.
What the hell was
to
that?
fully explain what I saw. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do that, and absolutely ridiculous. I can't explain that. Can you?
What it looked like is, I want to say it started with Shoddy. Maybe in front of Shoddy, but someone cut down or something, and someone hit the brakes, and then.
What Montoya was
Tell you,
on
is that the
track?
track?
Juan Montoya at the track, apparently. Everybody pits here except Regera. Regera not pitting. I'm being told that incident occurred when Regera was hit. When Shoddy hit Regera, Shoddy hit the brakes because he panicked and hit the brakes, and it caused a conga line of crash. Is what actually happened there. Every car except Regera involved in that. Very interesting. So, Shoddy wins the race off pit road using advanced brake checking tactics. But Regera's the leader here, and I think they'll go back to green. Reminder, these are 30-minute races. So here comes Regera, the leader. He's going to take the inside. Shoddy will split out wide. Regera's got Wheelman on the inside. That's 2 really fast cars. Ovac's on the outside, so you know he'll be absolutely no help to Shoddy whatsoever. And here we go on the restart.
And of course,
Nash trying to help Ovac get going there. Again, Ovac completely worthless on a restart for whatever reason, and that was the most subdued restart I've seen yet. Shoddy is just relentlessly pursuing Regera for the lead here.
He's hungry.
He must be, because he's just going for it. He's going to get
In
it.
this race, there were 3 Subarus.
And he's got it, folks. Shotgun Racing 9 in the number 9 car, duh, has taken the lead, at least for the moment here. Oh, a little bit of a wall touch by Shotty. Shotty touched the inside wall, and that's going to give the lead back to Regera, and they're 3 wide behind them. Settle it out for 2. I don't know how Ovac won that on the bottom of the track, but he sure did. And he's going to go for the pass on Regera here. I can only imagine.
Oh,
this
you
ends
missed
in a
where Spaceman
lawsuit.
pushed me off. Spaceman pushed me wide.
And 3 wide again, and somehow Wheel gets out front.
Well, someone's mic's just shut off. Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's Big Man's. Yeah, we're all kind of at losses. Like, he's our announcer. We're just color.
So
I'm
yeah,
only here for an opinion. I'm not here to announce the race, but if I have to, Wheel's in the lead. Ovac moves to the inside, going into turn 1. Shoddy right on his bumper, kind of bumps Wheelman. Wheelman gets a little wiggly. Ovac in the lead. Change cameras. Change cameras. This director sucks. Look at that. Mass and Wheel battling for 3rd. Wasn't much of a battle, but
Now I just kind of want to see what you guys would do without me.
we're only color. We're analysts.
Anyway, Shotgun Racing 9 is out front here, and we're constantly going 3 wide. And I think, guys, the reason they're constantly going 3 wide is nobody's crashed yet, and they haven't learned a friggin' lesson, is what's happening here. I think as soon as there's a giant crash, they'll learn their lesson to not do it again, but nobody is crashing as they fan out.
We're talking about Legion League, right?
Oh, no! Oh! Oh my God! I can't really explain what I'm seeing, but there is a lot going on there. Oh my God! Uh-oh.
I can say exactly what happened. I hit the apron, got over the squirrely, came up, and I did touch red. I didn't mean to. And that tap on Spacin was intentional. I knew he was there. Phil and I try and just jockey for position. I mean, it's just, that's a gaggle of cars right there.
Ooh, light bulb.
I mean, you come down, and at that point in the race, coming from my perspective, no matter where you went, you rubbed somebody, you hit somebody, you tapped somebody. So there was nowhere to go. And when you realized they were there, oh, I can't go low because, in my case, Phil was there. So I'd stop and I'd start to go high, and oh man, oh no, Spacin's there, or Matt's there, or it's just... Yeah,
at the end of pit road. He's the first taker. Ovac went all the way to the back there, and you'll see he's riding there now. Something must have scared him in the field. It might have been being 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Matt in pit road for some fresh boots as well. Shotgun, you're not missing anything out front. Actually, you are. Shotgun's leading, but look who's right there with him. It's PN Motorsport who's in 2nd position now. It's a Subaru 1-2, and it's fixing to be a Subaru 1-2-3 as long as Nas doesn't kill. And there is that is, oh, nope. You can't kill Spacin that easily. He's like a cockroach. He'll just keep coming back. He's the only thing that'll survive a nuclear winter. But it is for right now a 1-2 as PN Motorsport really wants that lead away from Shoddy. A little bit of fifth faction bumping right there going on. And that's going to bottle up the field just a tiny bit as PN Motorsport now, because he's been into the wall, is going to fall all the way to the back of the lead group here. Shotgun still leading out front. Again, we're showing you the best racing action in the field, not necessarily who's leading.
I don't remember that happening. Sorry, Phil. I seriously don't. I don't remember that happening. But I saw it, so it happened. It's like, oops, sorry.
Mass was leading the pack of cars, and then there's a bit of a wall touch there, and that let Yubi get in front, but that ultimately opened the door for Spacin to get back into 2nd place. Still 2 Subarus out front. And just a reminder of this race, this is a Group 3 road car race with BOP, which are actually in 500 cars. We're at BB Raceway.
In Group B. Rally cars.
Oh my
as well.
goodness,
Yeah.
a push wide there as a couple of shunts, but they all get away. And again, we're seeing really aggressive driving because nobody's paid the ultimate price yet. Again, this was a private league race for week 3. Race 2 of 3. This is a 30-minute race.
Spacing hits the front.
Oh, and that's going to be a caution back there. Oh my goodness, one car hits the wall and comes down a little bit, and there's been an accident. PN Motorsport and UB Snipe, the big losers in that one. As they both get spun, they both get dumped out of the middle. We're going to go back and
Yeah.
watch a replay here.
Okay, maybe I don't want to be at the back anymore.
So here we go. Oh, PN Motorsport comes
There
off
was
the bottom a
nowhere.
little
There was
bit.
nowhere I could go.
Yumi
There was
comes off
nowhere
the
I could go.
wall. Yeah, that's just one of those things where eventually you're going to get it wrong. Everybody will. Spacen's out front. He is the leader currently, and I'll be damned if he didn't actually slow down to pace speed. I can't believe he did that. So pit road is closed as all the cars cycle through. We'll speed up till pit stop time. Here we are. Going in for pit stops. Spacing will lead them in. Everybody in pit road except Nass, who was, Nass and PN Motorsport, who were both involved in that accident, aren't coming down pit road. Damage is on light, so it will clear up.
There was a method to our madness on this one.
I believe you might see a little team strategery here.
Just a little. We tried it at Alsace and it worked at Alsace. So then I'm thinking, at this point, I wonder if we could do it again, and it worked out to where we could.
Wheelman wins the race off of pit road that time. But Nass is the leader. Nass led that lap under caution. So Nass is going to go into pit road here. And I think they're going to do the restart here, or they're going to deem that they went all together. They're forming up, though, so they might actually go. Let's see if they do. Go back to green. They did not. They waved it off.
Yeah, I
There
was
were-
wave off.
Juby's in chat.
There were not enough.
Boo that gold car!
There
That was one
were-
of the prettiest cars I've ever seen, to be honest. That weekend, the BB Raceway weekend, UB came out with 3 just gorgeous cars. And normally, UB has talent when it comes to putting liveries on. I'm not going to deny that. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I will give him credit, man. He puts together some liveries that are just loud and crazy, and then this weekend he just showed up with 3 cars that were just, for lack of a better word, gold.
Well, PN Motorsport back into pit road now. I think that's either going to give Wheelman or Matt the lead here on the restart. They are going green this time. And here we go, Wheelman the leader, and we are back to green and nearly back to 3 wide immediately. Duh. Why wouldn't we be? Wheelman always getting all he can.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, I'm not party leader. I'm sorry, UB. Phil. Oh, UB's around.
UB's around.
Do spin, you be right
Let's see,
round.
UB went around here. We'll take you back to the replay. And we'll see what happened. Oh, it looks like he got help. He certainly did. He got help into that corner, and he's around. And you know what that'll do? That'll bring out a caution. Shotty's up against the wall like he was a
Well,
part of
there's
that.
a saying here that cautions breed cautions.
There's also a saying that PN Motorsport nailed it with his pit strategy because he got a free pit stop right there. So here we are, we're under caution again. We'll speed around to pit stops, and here we go. As Matt doesn't pit. Matt and Space haven't pitted, but everybody else did. So Matt now becomes your leader. Of course, it's a 50-50 strategy at this point. They all just came out of pit road. That caution was quick. A race director is going to try and do a quickie caution here. Quickie yellow. We'll see if that works out. But Matt Spacey didn't pit. Everybody else did. And if I'm not very much mistaken, Reguera has beat them all out of pit road by virtue of taking the least amount of fuel. A couple of bumps coming out of pit road there. Shotgun in the rear of the field currently. Thank you for that color commentary.
So that sounds painful.
Matt goes around and leads that lap and comes back into pit road. That's going to, for God's sake, help us. Going to put us in the hands of Spacin23. We'd like to give a shout out to UB Sniped for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much. And we are going to go back to Green Flag Racing here. It was Spacin out front, and somehow the race didn't explode right there as Spacin leading us around.
Because Reguera was up front also, that kind of balanced thing.
Speaking of Reguera, second place falls into line. Top 3 single file. Back further, everybody getting a little crazy. UB Snipe trying to fend off the wheelman here. It's America versus Japan, and that was almost a caution. Sorry, sometimes I get gobsmacked and I can't talk when I'm watching something happen. I just can't English. Look at Wheelman dives through the field. Look at him go. The man's like a metal fighting fish. He's going to take the lead here, folks. He's going to fend off Spacin. He's going to do it. Wheelman went from, I think, 5th or 6th to lead that lap in the final couple corners.
Okay, your replay glitched then because admin's stationary.
Yeah, I had to jump out and jump back in. The stream froze for me a couple minutes ago.
Interesting. So we got.
I'm watching it on Twitch.
Same here.
Yeah, it's about
There's always
seconds.
a delay.
So we got Wheelman out front, Spacin second, Reguera third. Nothing's changed in the last couple of laps really, but we'll take you back into the pack here a little bit to see what's going on here. Reguera's trying to overtake Spacin. That's a legal pass, by the way. That's a double yellow. That's a broken double yellow line. You can go down there and pass. Realistically, off of that corner, you're not really supposed to, but you can. Especially if you're being forced wide.
He really didn't gain a position there, though.
Oh, Ovac absolutely killed Spacin, and everybody's dead because of it. Everybody's dead, and caution will come out. Wow, Wheelman had himself a little bit of a lead there. Oh, touching after the caution's out. Interesting there. We're gonna look at that again. Somebody did spin that. Oh, what? I feel like there's more to this story, so let's go deeper.
Deeper.
I feel like there's more to this story.
No, there's nothing to that story.
Okay.
I can tell you right now, there's nothing, because I'm the one that hit Matt. And
interesting.
if you watch, I go down to the apron, and I cut the corner short, because that was the line I was used to running, and Matt was there. That's all there was. There wasn't no malice, no issues. There was nothing. It was just I cut the corner and didn't quite realize he was there.
Very interesting. Add that to the list of incidents. And I also noticed for the first time that NAS has rounded Michelin logos over his wheel wells. Very interesting. So they will be pitting this time by. Matt was relegated to 7th place somehow in that instance. We're going to go down pit road here. Does everybody take? Does anybody not go down pit road? And, of course, the man who calls the caution isn't going to pit and take the lead. That'll make everybody really nice and happy, won't it? Everybody else in pit road, except
another thing that
the
happened,
wreck maker.
I'm going to kind of interrupt you, Jesse. Another thing that if you weren't at the race and you're just watching it, I want to reiterate that all of the drivers had communication with each other except for Matt.
That's true. Matt was communicating via satellite phone.
So,
as Wheelman wins the race off pit road there. One of the few times. Yeah, normal thing in Gran Turismo where you osmosises. Ovac the leader. This is the first time Ovac's led on a restart. I'm sure he won't mess this up for everybody. Because here we go. We're stacked up real hard. I feel like Ovac's kind of going a little slow here. Oh, we'll be trying to get him started. And now we're green. We're going back to green. He let him down a long way. Oh, Ovac a little too aggressive there. Goes up and gets into the fender of Wheelman. And then there's half spinning behind him. Yubi nearly spins off the corner but saves it. He'll go back to 8th place. Somebody has quit this race.
No, it only shows top 8 drivers.
No,
this is when I DC'd.
That's right.
Oh, yes, when Phil DC'd.
That's right. PN Motorsport has DC'd from this race, not of his own accord.
What was a comment there? It was fucking PSN.
PSN, not a sponsor of the Legion League.
So it was in race 3 that the Jerry Springer happened.
There you go. Stay tuned for that. We are in race 2 of week 3 in the Legion League. Wheelman out front of Ovac now. Wheelman's got around him. Ovac's not necessarily letting him go into that good night. 22 minutes gone. 8 minutes left in race 2 of 3. Shotgun trying to flash Ovac. That only works on space and bitch. Get on my level. And back behind them, Reguera is on his own. No, he's catching up to the back of the second and third place cars.
We're going to go down to the 66 pit right now and talk to the driver. So, how do you feel about that DNF? Fuck off! That's great. Thanks, talking.
Back to the booth.
And all the cars that were spread out are all back together again now. Alpha on alpha violence here ensues. Seeing a lot of cars, folks, give a lot of wide berths to other cars here at this point. You have to believe that they're doing that just because they don't want to get crashed. 3 wide for a place that doesn't matter, and they all sort it out back there. Oh, but they don't sort it out up front. Something terrible has happened to the wheelie man. The wheelie man's had an incident here. We're going to watch it. Did Reguera dump him? That's the real question here. Is this blue on purple violence? No, Wheelman just loses it. Wheelman just loses it by himself. He's backwards, up hard into the wall. Reguera, who had already taken the lead at that point, and that's going to bring out a caution, and that's going to bring out a decision that people are going to have to make. Pit road being closed this time, of course. The group not together. I'm told that Reguera was meant to have a livery on that car, and it wasn't meant to be bright purple. But
and a number.
For us, it was. So here we go. We're going into pit road. Everybody pitted except, oh God, Ovac again didn't pit. I don't know what he's playing at. Absolute moron. Everybody else in pit road, though. So I think it's time for a pit road montage.
We've got ourselves another montage.
Even under caution, that pit road simulator was unbelievably long.
see who led out of pit road. Matt with the winner off of pit road. He gains a couple of spots, I believe, off of pit road. So Ovak's your leader here. Less than 5 minutes to play. And they'll go back green this time by. Spacin doesn't know how lines work. Now he's figured it out. Now he's figured out how lines work. And he's back to where he should be. I drive the 57, so there's probably a 7 with it. There's not a 5. No, it's a Fanatec logo. Anyway. Oh, yeah, Fifth Faction. Yeah, you're right. 2 Alphas up front, but one of them's not going to follow the other one. I can almost promise you. Joke's on you, bitch. He was going to pit road the whole time. Matt out front. I'll admit that I forgot I did that. Scared the crap out of myself. I don't know why. This was weeks ago, and I scared the crap out of myself. Matt back out front. I think it's safe to say Matt was going to take that lead no matter what. As these two cars got together there, didn't cause an incident, really, but they got together. Sparks were being thrown. This is where the race is right now. The race for second place. 3 wide for second place, Regera in the high lane. Nearly 4 wide. They're 4 wide. They are 4 wide. Wheelman going left. He's going right. Shotgun going to the hospital. Caution's out. You had to see that coming. You had to know that there was an incident coming, and we're going to show you on this replay here what happened with Shotgun. As they're 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. Yubi's trying to make it 4 wide. Regera comes down the track,
I noticed on this one,
and
I noticed
accident ensued.
I noticed it during the race, and it's going to be a cause for discussion at the end of the season. If you watch Shotty, he spun out. He was the cause for the caution. He was the only car involved.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was the only one who spun out, and he goes
Correct.
right back up and takes his position. I don't think that's right. And stream just froze. So.
Did he? It's going to stream too high over.
Bit way.
This is why. All right, so that's interesting. That'll be something that we'll either look at the end of the season then. But for right now, pit road is closed, and we will zip around. Matt, I didn't notice that either. Matt stayed out, as well as the Wheelman and the Yubi Snipe. They will be your top 3. Look at that ridiculous gold car. And that's ridiculous in a good way. There are few things that are more American than that car. Everybody else in pit road, or should I say leaving pit road at this time, the winner off of pit road is Shotgun. Shotgun has won the race off of pit road. We'd like to keep in mind that technically what Shotty did, it wasn't called out, so in the eyes of Legion League, he didn't do anything wrong there about regaining his position. You're not supposed to do that, but at the time,
and we don't. And Legion League doesn't have a rule about it. That's why I didn't say anything. But I did file it under. Oh, I'm bringing this up at the end of the season.
Oh, absolutely. Because here we go on the restart. Keep in mind, we're going to have a green-white checker here. Here comes the green flag. Matt is your leader. Green flag is out, and they're into turn 1. There's a big knot behind them. Ovak started in the back of the field here, but the action here up front, this is the race for the win. Matt finds himself in a very similar position as he did last time, leading to the final corner. Now we're going to get the white flag here. White flag is out. Matt is the leader. Wheelman going high, and Shotgun up to 3rd now, right behind him. Wheelman getting low, getting high. He is the class of '69. What will Wheelman do here? Will he take a shot? Wheelman goes high, and he tucks in behind him. Can he get anything done here? Wheelman going high. They're going to come across the line. Too wide. Matt's going to win the race. Wheelman's going to end up second. Let's see here. Wheelman was second. Shotgun finished third. Vergara fourth. Ovac fifth. Yubi sixth. Nath seventh. Spacing, whatever position that is, in eighth. And Pian Motorsport didn't see the checkered flag in ninth place. One more race to go in week 3 in Legion League. 8 weeks comprised of 3 30-minute races. All Legion League races, of course, boost on high, drafting up on high, everything to promote close and exciting racing. It's not for everybody, and some would argue that it's not for some of the drivers in the field. For anyone joining, watching this on YouTube or on the stream live, as it were, right now, everything said in this commentary are jokes. They are not meant to be taken seriously in any way. The only thing serious is the racing itself. Once again, at the start of race 3, we see Yubi Sniped leading the way in his solid gold Corvette. Now, Yubi, who has joined us here in the booth, that must have weighed a ton. All right. Well, we
news from the 66 pit. We've rolled out the Peugeot.
That's right. Pian Motorsport. Pian Motorsport, who didn't see the end of race 2, has switched car for race 3. Shadi and Yubi collide in turn 1 there, and that's going to give Ovac the opportunity to become a trailer park girl and go around the outside. Oh my God. Dipsy Doo, Dunkaroo, Ovac to the lead. And all of that because of the contact in turn 1, and that's going to allow O to lead lap 1, but it isn't without heavy competition as they're 3 wide down into the corner. Vergara's going to beat them all out of it. Wheelman with a little bump there. I don't think we've seen closer racing yet. I mean, at this point, guys, how desperate are you to try and get that good finish if you haven't? Very desperate. So desperate indeed. As Nass, I believe, has been around. We're going to take a look at that. I think that might bring out a caution. Oh, no, yeah, a little touch there. Oh! How about we ride on board with Nass here to see what happened
here? Space and touched him.
Ooh, a little bit too close there, and Nass is around and into the fence. That will bring out the caution on just the 3rd lap of the race. Vergara, the leader,
if I remember correctly, my exact reply on this one was, "There's going to be a complaint."
Let's see what the complaint is.
The phrase that followed next was, "Phil, move." This is the Jerry Springer moment.
We're going to watch Nass here. We're told that something happens here in the short shoot. Yup. A little attitude adjustment, as they would say in wrestling. Nass, the 5 car, taking exception to spacing, and nobody pitted there, which is interesting. So we'll see if no. Okay, pits were closed. That's why they didn't pit. Obviously, pits are open now, and Yubi, Matt, Pian Motorsport, Spacin, and Nass didn't come. But Ovac, Shadi, and Vergara and Wheelman did. So here, looks like Reguera's going to win that race off pit road, I believe. So Reguera wins the race off pit road, and what he wins is starting in 6th place outside the top 5. UB Sniped, not very much of a win, but hey, a win's a win, I guess. UB Sniped, speaking of winning, not only driving the gold car, but will start out front, but he won't, as you heard him say. He was trying to lead a lap. He did lead a lap, so he's into pit road along with Nas and PN Motorsport, who I assume were also attempting to lead a lap.
No.
So that's going to
leave... I don't know what what PN was thinking, but my thinking was I forgot to pit.
Avril Lavigne on the side.
I was so hot.
Car,
I was still pretty hot at that.
Oh, Nas was very upset at Spacin, who is featured in 3rd here. That was leader on the restart and judged it perfectly as he continues to lead for the first several corners. You'll see Matt, if you haven't noticed, the way that he takes that dog leg corner there, he always gets low there. He doesn't want anybody between him and the wall. It's a smart decision because it's hard to get jumped if you don't. But coming out of short shoot, because he cut it so shallow, he got passed by Shoddy here, who's now getting challenged from Reguera. I mean, pretty much everybody challenging everybody at this point. Shoddy gets a little bit of a lead here. Reguera still with those sponsors on his car, which he claims he did, which either means that he's a raging alcoholic or forgot to change the livery. So... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's the Bullet Mustang. 3 wide. We are 3 wide and banging fenders on both sides. Reguera has his composure, and Shoddy almost goes around but doesn't. Reguera, your leader still. But he's having to fend off a challenge. It feels like he's fighting a Mortal Kombat stage where he's going up the ladder or something, because just every turn it's like a new car is trying to take the lead from him. I hope you've remembered your combo code, sir. Finally, Wheelman gets the pass done, but he's going to get the wall done too, and that's going to allow Reguera to go through. And here comes Shoddy. Can Shoddy go around the outside? Yes, he can. Shotgun 9, your new leader, as the field is broken up here a bit. As you'll see, you got the first 4 cars spacing at the tail end of that. Then you got Matt Novak in the Alphas, and then you got UB there as well, actually, and then right behind them. I mean, this was the ebb and flow of the race. You would have it all sorts of ways. I think caution's out, and
I was gonna say,
I think maybe we'll go see why caution's out. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. It was so subtle. Oh, no, I see it. I see it. Zero, we'll show you what the point of the caution was there. The field was spread out. Oh, space. Wow. All right. Well, not a whole lot of objective ways you can look at that. We'll show you that one more time. Oh, I guess you can look at that objectively. Ovac did push Spacey up to Matt, so I guess you could kind of blame that on Ovac for, being
no,
too close to Spacey.
No, Spacey had plenty of time to back off instead of pushing it.
So we'll look at this from the hood of Ovac's car. See what happened here. Interesting pictures there of the incident. Shotgun.
See, there's a bump now. See, look at the whole time he could have gotten out of it.
Shotgun, your leader. And we will have pit stops here. We've had, what, 2-3 cautions here in the first 6.5 minutes. We're setting a record here. I think, gentlemen, patience are running out, and I think there's a lot of things that are running out here as Team Fifth Faction stays out, and Ovac, who I don't know what Ovac's doing. Oh, I know what Ovac's doing. He's a moron and didn't pit, and he was in front of them, and everybody sped past like you're supposed to do. But Ovac is dumb and did not do that. That might be a penalty next year. It might be a change of the rule book as Spacin wins the battle off pit road.
And if you notice, I just kind of just give you a little tap, let you know.
Ovac, you know, we're letting Make-A-Wish kids into the Legion League now. Apparently. That was more of a joke about Ovac being dumb than anything else. Not heard about that. As Ovac is the leader here, and look at Nass. Look how close to Ovac Nass is. And we are through turn one. That was very polite by everybody there. Everybody has something to be excited about there. Almost pulled my mic cord out again, but I caught it that time when I switched cheeks. Oh, a little tap there for the lead.
Bros.
Oh, they're 3 wide and one car's nearly on the apron. How is everybody going to survive? Everybody does. PN Motorsport going for the lead here, trying to take on the Wheelie Man.
Go Peugeot into a wall.
Oh, man. You think if Wheelman was more into bike racing games, he would be called the Wheelie Man?
Maybe.
Look at PN Motorsport go. PN Motorsport is going to lead that lap there. For whatever reason, Wheelman's gone to the back of this group. PN Motorsport the leader, but Shotgun is ever on it. Like, he's just constantly on it. He's putting his car in gaps that a lot of people probably wouldn't, but I mean, results, he's out front. Get chased by Ovac right now. Ovac going to the outside. It doesn't necessarily work all the time, but it does here because Shoddy backs off. Lets him go. UB Snipe back up to third. Haven't seen him in a little bit. But he's back up to third right now. As Wheelman's coming back. He went all the way back to seventh, and then about a lap, he's back up to fourth. A little bit of touch there. Some more touching, some more tapping. UB's in a difficult spot here. UB's in a real difficult spot. They are 4 wide. There are 4 wide. They are still, that's going to be a massive caution there. As cars scatter everywhere, Shoddy the big loser of that. And we're going to go back and look and see what happened there. We're going to watch that from Wheelman's perspective, first of all. Because here we are, we're going to go 4 wide. Here comes PN Motorsport. Let's watch it from him. PN Motorsport's on the very bottom, but it isn't him who does it. Ruggiero does that. Look at Ruggiero. Look at him. Look at this. And Ruggiero is banned from the Legion League. Look at this driving. Way behind them. And he just, everybody's checking up, but Garrett doesn't check up in time, and Shoddy's in the hospital. We're going to watch that one more time from the hood cam of Ruggiera's car. Oh, just a misjudgment there. Just a misjudgment. That happens sometimes. Just a misjudgment, and it all went to crap. Ovac is the leader somehow, as if by magic. He may be a wizard. Pit road was closed there, so we're going to speed around. It goes to show you, even the best can misjudge it and make mistakes sometimes. It looks like every single car in pit road. No, I'm wrong. The Cantonese driver driving the number 66 Peak Performance Reviews car, Peugeot, did not pit. PN Motorsport is the leader as everybody else is in pit road. Matt, sponsored by Tim Hortons. I wondered what that logo was. It was hard for me to see it because I was behind him most of the time. Wheelman wins the race off of pit road and rejoins. PN Motorsport the leader here. We still got more than half of this race to go. PN Motorsport going to pit road. He led that lap, even though he led already. He's going back in, and that's going to give the lead to the Wheelman. Wheelman is the leader. They don't appear to be formed up, really. So they're not going green this time by. So we've advanced it one lap, and here we go. Wheelman is the leader. You be on the pole or on the front row with him. In the back, green. Perfectly timed jump between the Wheelman and Ovac. They used to run together. Not saying they have the system worked out, but maybe it's something to do with how Wheelman pumps his brakes before a restart. Or maybe I'm just fucking with you people. Maybe it was complete luck. And I also, what tires do you think Ovac's car has on it? If you had to guess.
Old ones.
No, I mean, what brand? Shotgun again on the attack. He's just
Firestorm?
Yeah, there you go.
Firestone?
Shotgun's just relentless on those restarts. He is going for it. You know, he's a golden color with a white stripe. That's Honey Badger colors, and he's acting like it today. He's on it constant. We got this group up front with Shoddy trying to take the lead. Will he accomplish that? No, he won't. He will use discretion there. As, oh my goodness, and there's a bunch of cars sideways, and they all save it back here. Lovely driving and lovely car control. Folks, I can't tell you enough how much if you de-wedge one of these cars, how much you're going to have a bad time, and that happens a lot. There's a couple of cars up in a wall here. PN Motorsport was up in a wall. What is that about?
That's where Spacen hit me.
Let's see here. Let's see if Spacen. Oh yeah, Spacen just comes into the corner. We saw that earlier. Yeah, Spacen just comes into the corner and tags a man. Meanwhile, up front, still Shotgun still trying to complete this pass on the Wheelman. That's one way to do it. Put him into the wall and send him to a hospital. Shotgun realizes what he's done there and backs off. And that has bunched up the field considerably. And here comes Ovac. Really a gaggle of cars on the outside, but can't get anything done. That Mustang, too strong. Wow, just so many cars. So folks, let me ask you this. At this point, oh, Ovac hard into the wall there. A little bit of a poot. I gotta ask you, where's your blood pressure at right now? Good commentary, Peanut Gallery.
Severely pissed to moderately pissed.
You've got 15 minutes left, and if you've had a bad weekend so far, you know you're still in this race and you can win it. Where's your mind at? What are you trying to do here?
Win.
Well, obviously you're trying to win, but how are you going to do that? Look at this mess.
For me, it was. If you notice, I'm just kind of hanging out towards the back.
PN Motorsport is doing that for sure with Naz in the back here. You be sniped in the middle of the field here, which isn't necessarily the worst place to be. I mean, it's a great place to get punted, but it's also a great place to be in the mix. Wheelman leading, you're not missing anything out front. Wheelman leads Shoddy, Rivera's in third. Wheelman still leading. They're up to second, Shoddy third. Some of these camera angles are really bad.
Who's breathing then?
And we lost him.
I'm just, there's nothing going on. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to talk about? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory at this point.
Isn't this where they'd go to the cutaway car?
Maybe it is, but Alright then, we're not going to say anything about that on this stream. Gringo, not a sponsor of the Legion League or this replay or Ovac's Twitch account or his YouTube channel. All right, now we're heating it up. We're seeing some people bumping and banging as Spacens went. Sorry for that. Spacens went to pit road to the back of the field. I'm sure everybody's real broken up about that. Matt appears to have done that a lap before because he's so far behind. Either he stopped to have lunch or he had a pit stop, which I'm going to assume he had a pit stop. And coming up here now, you're seeing streaming pit stops. Here is UB Sniped in for his pit. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the race. Remember, 30-minute races, heavy boost. But all these cars are Jeep Group 3 road cars, which are actually N5 poker cars. I know it's confusing, but Japanese people are weird. Somehow Ovac's taking the lead, and I believe we're under caution. Though I don't.
You think?
Though I don't know what it was for.
Definitely on the track.
I think I can figure out what it was for. Let's see, was it something involving Shoddy and the Wheelman? Bingo! Oh, it jumps around. I can't get it. I can't get Shoddy.
Yeah, Shoddy was backwards.
So we'll watch this from Shoddy's view here. Shoddy chasing down the Wheelman. This is for the last 5 minutes. This has been the tale of the story. So Shoddy goes in hard. Wheelman comes down, and a couple of punts, and backwards into the wall. And that was enough to bring out caution. So pit road was closed there, but UB Sniped was already on pit road. Matt had already completed a stop, and Spacing as well. So pit roads were closed. Pit road was closed there. So we'll jump around here. 9 minutes left in the race. Who's a taker on pit road? Ovac's in. So is Shotgun. Pretty much everybody. UB also back down pit road, but Matt and Spacing didn't. Matt is your new leader. Spacing second. They pitted 1 lap prior to that caution flag coming up. So that's Avril Lavigne on the side of Matt's car, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's got Tim Hortons on the front, so he made us understand this is his Canadian themed car. He was doing this race for Canada. We check in on late pit stops, people exiting pit road. UB Sniped the winner off pit road. I assume he had to take less fuel there than most people, considering he'd just been there. Blend line violation by UB Snipe there, but we'll overlook that considering it's caution. As is the leader. You crossed the double yellow.
Passed over a
line.
double yellow.
I highly doubt I did. Matt is the leader. And we will go back green with less than 8 to go. It's been it's been exhausting watching this week's races to this point. And that's not a bad thing. It's just there's just so much happening, and this is every weekend in the Legion League. It just is. Hope that everyone who is watching and will watch this has enjoyed this weekend's action. I'm Ovac here with PM Motorsport, NASFire, Rigera, and UB Sniped, all providing color commentary as we go back to green, and Matt has a ridiculous lead. He judged that perfectly. Week 3 of 8. Points came in tied at the top between Rigera and Ovac, but aren't that way now, and certainly didn't end that way. Attempting to show you the best racing on the track at the time, and it's 3rd place currently.
That's an age-old battle.
That's an age-old caution. Yubi gets dumped there a little bit. Let's see exactly what happened here. Yeah, Yubi gets dumped. Yubi's dumped, and that's probably going to bring out another caution, and does. I'm pretty sure. It sure does. Matt's still out front. Pretty sure pits are going to be closed here, and are. So we'll go back around the track. Pits are open now. Keep an eye on the timer. 5 minutes to go. Unlikely to see anybody back down pit road as Wheelman stays out. I think we're going to have a discussion on that. Perhaps maintaining speed or position may be a thing that we comment on. I think Matt's won the race off pit road. Yeah, he sure has. Matt's won the race off pit road again. It's the 2nd or 3rd time he's done that in this race. Wheelman is the leader though, and I think they'll go green because final uniform. They already are. The final 4 minutes here. 4 minutes of this race to go. About 8 laps is what we're going to get out of this. Wheelman the leader. 9 cars still in the race. Everybody on the lead lap. Everybody bunched up. Every single car has a shot. If you haven't had a good weekend, you can change your fortune right here. And if you've had a bad weekend, you can make it a lot worse. We go back to green, and Will leads them cleanly into turn 1. Wheelman, he's going to have to marry that wall at the exit of turn 1 if he keeps that up.
Well, he does. Just wait till the end of the race.
Ovac going, where was the speed from Ovac all weekend? Where was that? Just absolutely strong-armed the 13 car. But he's going to have some company here. Here comes Matt, and they're 3 wide on the front straight. Ovac in the middle, Wisely backs out. Matt with the preferred position takes the lead. Ovac gets up in the gap before Will can block it off, and he's back through to 2nd place, taking the long way around. They're getting crazy behind him. Space and Shoddy taking each other a little bit wide there. Ovac trying to find momentum around Matt, and kind of does, but we'll see if the inside lane pays off. They're still tightly together behind that. Ovac comes up just in front of Matt there. Slides up perfectly in front of him. Matt goes to the outside, comes back down, gives Ovac a little bit of a punt, telling Ovac he's going a little too slowly. Ovac takes Matt's line away there. Matt's in the lane that Wheelman wants. Wheelman goes even higher. Matt goes higher than Ovac. Nobody's making a move until Matt there on the front straightaway. They're side by side. Matt led that lap. That'd be really embarrassing if you were Ovac and lost complete sight of where Matt was, which I'm sure didn't happen. But somehow Ovac gets back around him. That outside lane. Oh, and Matt hits the wall there pretty good. That was a pretty good hit. And look who's in second now. It's Reguera. He's in second place now as Ovac gets away a bit. Matt's not going to allow that to happen. Matt's going to fight back on the low side and get second place back. Wheelman has a look, doesn't get anything done. Reguera gets into the wall, gets into Wheelman. Shotty and Space and still thinking about having an accident back there, but they don't. Matt's back up behind Ovac. Ovac's getting as close to the wall as he can. Back in front of him. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Ovac is blocking everything Matt is doing at this time except blocking him down the straightaway. He's constantly allowing him to get under him. Oh, a little bit of an accident there. And because we can rewind live TV, we're going to go back and take a look at this one more time. See what happens here. Ovac's in the high lane. He comes down to the middle. It looks like Matt kind of loses it ever so slightly, and Ovac came down. A little bit of a touch. That's going to give Wheelman the lead right here. Look at Shotgun back into it. Shotgun's on the top in fifth. Look at this. Look how close this is. There's 5-6 cars right here. Any one of these cars can take it, but Matt's out front again due to all that contact. Ovac's not okay with that. You're going to get about 2 more laps out of this race, folks. 2 to go this time by. Ovac somehow gets back around and then hits the wall like a complete buffoon. Wheelman shoved into the wall in the back over here. That's going to pretty much end his race, along with UB Snipes' race. That's pretty much donezo for them. As we go back up here, PN Motorsport is sideways as always. So Spacin got into UB there. White flag, 1 lap to go. Ovac's in 4th place at this point. He's out of this race. Matt's got a whole country mile in front of him. Nobody's going to catch Matt. Matt's going to win. Why is Ovac going so much quicker than everybody else? Ovac's right on the tail of Matt. Ovac goes high. Ovac wins in a photo finish.
Literally a photo finish. There were, what,
Literally.
6 different photographs of the finish of that race.
Literally a photo finish. We're going to go back and I want to take a look at this wreck that we're talking about. Yubi, you were involved in it, I'm assuming. Oh, no, you were not involved in it. It happened in front of you. So we're going to take a look at this Wheelman wreck. Something happened up here. So we'll watch it from the hood of Wheelman's car of what's going on in front of him. Nass into the wall, Shotty into him. Nass was stopped, and Wheelman into them. That was a chain reaction. So we'll go back and let's watch this. Let's watch the last lap from the chase vert cam from the rear cam of Ovac. Ovac's in 4th place. He's out of it here. This is the white flag lap. Reguera into the wall. Ovac nearly put Spacin into the wall. That part's the Red Sea. Still, that's a lot of gap to make up, but with boost on high, and we're going to show you the photo finish here as Ovac follows in the trail of Matt and gets up amongst them. And that's your difference in the race. It's not a great picture. But that's pretty much it, folks. Ovac wins the race over Matt by an alpha nose. Reguera 3rd, Spacin 4th, Shotgun 5th, PN Motorsport 6th, Nass 7th, Yubi 8th, and Wheelman 9th. And that was the end of week number 3. The points after that was Ovac with 140, Reguera with 135, Matt with 131, who's made up a ton of ground at this point, by the way. Matt, in protest, set out a race in week one, if you remember, and it's right in the mix. PN Motorsport in fourth place with 104, Nass in fifth with 103, Yubi with 88, Wheelman with 87, Shotgun with 86, and Spacin with 75. And that's your points after week three. For anyone watching, thank you for watching week three in the Legion Cup. It's been a pleasure doing this. For my co-commentators, my color commentators as they call themselves, thank you guys very much. Do you guys have anything left to say about week three in the Legion League?
I'm going to bed now.
Does anyone have anything else to say?
For it being a roval or an oval, I'm probably just speaking for myself, but I, for one, am happy to get away from it.
Well, it wouldn't be that easy because the next week, week 4, is another oval race.
No, I'm saying I was happy to get away from that track.
Oh,
Not
sure.
the oval racing, but that track.
Yubi, Regera, anything?
Probably
Lovely-
AFK.
Lovely com. Well, speaking of next week, UK versus German Group 4 cars. Blue Moon Reverse. Blue Moon is kind of like a smaller Pocono oval. We'll broadcast that at some point. On behalf of everyone here at the Legion League and behalf of everyone here in the booth, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time for week 4 at Blue Moon.